Many ServiceNow customers have renewals coming up at the end of the year, ServiceNow's year end. There's many ServiceNow customers that are likely also potentially considering adding something in term. So in other words, their renewal is not anytime soon, but there's interest in adding, whether it's CSM or software asset management, or perhaps upgrading to one of the Plus or AI Now Assists options. And there's something that's become very clear. This has been going on for a while, but as we push through these negotiations with our clients, ServiceNow, your account reps absolutely need you to include impact in all deals. In some instances, they're almost making it mandatory or saying it's mandatory in order to get that special discount or that concession that they're offering you. Now, impact's been around for a little while. I've covered this. There's a lot of pushback from the customers. I don't see the value. I understand that you tell me this is going to be an investment that's going to allow me to unlock more value. I understand that I get access to accelerators and experts. I understand the monitoring component, the health observability component. There's premium support, right? P1 and P2 that comes with it. I understand all this, but again, I'm speaking as the customer. I don't understand why I need to be paying as much as you're proposing I have to pay. And your base free option just really doesn't resonate with me, because what, P1 is 60 minutes, P2 is 240 minutes. You might as well not even put something in for response times. So that's the theme. That's what the ServiceNow is hearing. Now, that's been happening for a period of time. ServiceNow has been more aggressively pushing impact into deals. And there's a couple of reasons. One, there's an element to that offering that's going to allow them access, allow them opportunity to continue to sell you and upsell you, help you build your roadmap. It's certainly positive if they can actually start to unlock value. They look at that as a way, again, to create attach, to create a broader platform rollout of additional products. But here's the thing. Don't let them tell you that's, if you can give them impact, if you can move from a base to a guided or a base to a total, that's the condition to get better pricing on anything you're doing net new, or better renewal pricing. In other words, uplifts on your current pricing. Don't let them do that. They need this to come into their deals. So make them earn this, right? So let's take a step back. Base, I've told you, is free. Impact guided is 10% of the annual subscription fees, or total annual subscription fees. And then the most robust total is 30% of the annual subscription fees. So it's a percentage of net product. That's a problematic model. It's always hard to associate value in those models. And as you add over term, your impact line item just incrementally goes up as well, right? So it's problematic. So number one, if you are interested or willing to entertain adding impact, you better push for deeply discounted or lower percentages of the net, number one. Number two, make sure whatever percentage of net that you negotiate, and they'll lean in, you make sure that percentage is available to you over the course of your term. So in other words, let's say you can negotiate down guided significantly to a much lower percentage. Don't allow this to be a situation where in term, all of a sudden it goes back up to list for the added products or added volume. That's not going to work. Make sure your renewal protections cover impact, okay? I would even be pushing for, and they shouldn't push back on this even though they will, the ability to drop impact at renewal, but still maintaining your renewal protections. Because the truth is, and this is the message, I don't see the value ServiceNow. So if I'm gonna include this, I want an ability to get out. I don't wanna feel trapped later. I would include the ability to continue to upgrade. So let's say your base, what does it look like if you go to guided, pre-negotiated? What does it look like if you go to total, pre-negotiated percentages? The other thing, when you're negotiating your total deal, the net new, the renewed products, I'd be reminding them that the underlying cost profile of these net new products impacts what I pay for impact, because it's a percentage of that spend. So I need better underlying product pricing as well, ServiceNow, to even have a shot at considering adopting impact. Now let's talk about the Now Assist or the Plus, the AI offerings. As you all know, there's a unit price. Within it, there's a certain amount of assists. The consumption flywheel effect. I would make sure you understand that you have to have assurances relative to lower Now Assist packs costs as you need more, because that's going to impact what you pay for impact. And make sure you tell ServiceNow that this is how you think about things when you're asking for concessions on impact, lower percentage of net, and all the protections and flexibility, as well as lower underlying costs. You look at things holistically, and you're expecting ServiceNow to do the same in kind. And what are they worried about if they're, what are they worried about? Why are they worried that giving me the ability to drop? Why are you concerned about future price protections? That's problematic. So I'm telling you what I need, ServiceNow, to get what you obviously need as well. Now, last thing, I would never suggest adding a product just to add a product, right? That's not how things work. That's not how they should be. But I would tell you, this is an interesting point in time. You could theoretically push something into a deal with a very low to nominal price component to it with flexibility downstream and get benefits across the broader thing, because that's how desperate, that's how in need ServiceNow is to get impact. So advance the conversations the right way, understand what's possible, ask for those things, and hold the line. Hold the line, don't just give in. And make sure that they understand that you know how important this is to them, and it's really you making them an offer versus the inverse.